So hi, everyone. My name is Nelson Taggart. I'm the Director of Solution Sales here at Evoke Technologies and have been for the past 5 months. I previously worked for companies like ADP, CenturyLink, Microsoft, and I've sold into the enterprise space for a little over 10 years now. I'd like to welcome you all back to Evoke Tech Talks, a new episode on how business automation enables the future of work. Today's episode is going to be special because we're going to have a conversation about how the world of work has changed in the unforeseen global crisis. Thanks to digital technology and workflow automation, remote working, virtual meetings, and lots of Zoom sessions have turned out to be very productive. Our conversation is going to be special because we're going to listen to two expert technology leaders as our guests from Bonitasoft and Evoke Technologies. So let's get the brief introductions before we dive deep into today's topic. First, let me introduce Sunny Chen. Sunny, as VP of Marketing of Bonitasoft, has decades of international work experience in strategic and operational product marketing at the global and regional level. Previously, during her tenure at SoftBank Robotics, Sunny successfully managed the launch of the Pepper robot within strategic accounts. She develops strategies and oversees programs designed to strengthen the product's market position. Sunny is highly conversant, speaking multiple languages: English, French, Spanish, and Chinese. Hello, Sunny, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Nelson. Thank you. Should I say everything in 4 languages as well? Anyway, nice to be here.
Very good. Welcome. Also, let me introduce Hari Alla. Hari Alla is Associate Director for BPM Solutions at Evoke Technologies and a certified Bonitasoft partner in North America. Hari is an experienced technical architect with a demonstrated history of working in the information technology and services industry, skilled in Java Enterprise Solution Architecture and digital transformation solutions in Bonita BPM. Hari has helped several global enterprises bring decisive business transformation. Hello, Hari, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Nelson. Thanks for that intro.
Awesome. Let's get started with my first question to you, Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Sunny, given the remote and hybrid nature of work, what does the future of work look like? What challenges do we foresee?
Okay, so when we are talking about the future of work, I'm thinking about different words, like remote work, work from home, like what I'm doing right now, digital transformation, new technologies and tools, etc., etc. So we are seeing like there are two major trends right now on the market, with both in public and private sectors recently, specifically with the strong push of pandemic. So the first one we are seeing is a hybrid workplace, and the second one is fusion teams. So starting with a hybrid workplace, so it's defined as a business model combine remote work and with office work. So those two together. And according to the Harvard Business Review by all indications the future of work is hybrid. So 52% of United States workers would prefer a mix of working from home and office, saying that it has a positive impact on their ability to be creative, solve problems, and building even relationships. So global research shows as 72% of corporate leaders, they plan to offer a hybrid model, and only 13 of them saying they're expecting to decrease their real estate footprint in the next year. So suggesting the organizations will continue to leverage their workplaces within a hybrid work future. So I mentioned the second one, fusion teams. So what is fusion teams? It's a new word has been created by Gartner a few years ago, 2-3 years ago. It's defined as a multidisciplinary team that blends technology or analyticals together with business domain expertise. So basically, it's a mixed team of business and IT team are working together, and they are collaborating, sharing accountabilities for business and technology outcomes. So instead of organizing work by functions or technologies, fusion teams are typically organized by crossing functional business capabilities, business outcomes, and or customer outcomes they support. They don't really have a script reporting structure. So the team leaders or members, they may report to either dedicated IT departments or business area outside of IT. So those kind of fusion teams, often they started with agile projects or scrum teams and gradually adopt product management disciplines to oversee capability end to end from delivery and continuous enhancements.
Thank you, Sunny. So what are the CIO's priorities to meet the challenges and answer the needs?
Sure. So we saw the two trends, fusion teams and hybrid workplace, and the shift of the CIO priorities is becoming a more and more, let's say, business driven. So their priorities has been changing as well. Well, I mean, the list are still the same. It's just the priorities, the orders has been changed a little bit. There was a IDG digital business study revealed that most of the companies today, they are thinking about how to support business to enable the future of the work, hence creating a new workplace and hybrid work model presents a significant challenges to the CIOs. This is why they are moving forward with the plans. They are eyeing supporting to help with the resistance to challenge and to the changes as well. And 40% of the survey I mentioned earlier, they state that the organizations will need to supporting all of this kind of workplace security issues and put into place. And regarding the vendor support as well, because the CIOs, they need to looking for different solutions and they need to select the right vendor. So the support needs to help them achieve the goals more quickly. They state that they need recommendations for relevant tech and services and digital business strategy, process redesign, and process automation. Orchestrating a near overnight shift to remote work and take a lead on the digital innovation is really becoming a very big priority to the CIOs right now. Therefore, and as I mentioned, that shifting. So they mentioned like their tech investment right now, well, many focusing on the increase in the following top and three categories: cybersecurity, BI, analytics, and the last one for sure, the business process of management or workflow and automation.
CIOs really do have their work cut out for them right now, I think.
Yeah,
Spot on.
exactly.
Hari, you have worked closely with some of the leading organizations. How does BPM help build the digital workplace or hybrid workplace?
Sure, Nelson. Yeah. So yeah, I'll start with so where Sunny left, right? So as Sunny was mentioning, the hybrid workplace is becoming normal, and the people and users or employees are expecting such kind of flexible environment moving forward. So in that aspect, even from organization standpoint, they also need to start thinking about so reprioritizing some of the tools, software applications that they're building. So in that sense, probably they'll have to see the applications or softwares that can enable, empower these, the employees or users at organization level or an enterprise level to meet, hybrid work capabilities, right? So, in that sense, so from our experience, as we were working with one of the leading pharma company, they do clinical trials business. So as part of the drug discovery or clinical trials, the important aspect is their scientists have to be at workplace, which is the laboratory, to execute their work, right? So there is no other choice for them. So during this COVID outbreak, so they had to go to the laboratories to continue the business, because that's the core of their clinical trials, right? To do their research and experiments at the laboratories. So as as it was continuing on other side, what we did was, from the IT and business, so we aligned together and we tried to find out how we can empower and enable these scientists to achieve this hybrid work environment, or probably in a way, so if you look at the clinical trials business, the way it executes is there is a lot of research work that happens outside of laboratory, right? So we thought, why don't we identify these activities, these operations that scientists are performing outside of laboratories, and provide a platform or a collaboration capabilities so that they can do this work outside of laboratory or from remotely from their home probably, and then actually so when to do the experiment they can go to the laboratory, right? So that's how we have enabled from IT side. We have provided few applications through Bonita digital platform to orchestrate to improve the collaboration for the scientists to achieve some of these activities outside of laboratories, right? So Bonita has become a the core platform for them to achieve this hybrid work environment.
That's fantastic. And just reminiscing of, of what the new platform looks like. Think about today's episode. We've got Hyderabad on the line. We have England on the line. We have the Pacific Northwest and Seattle on the line, and we're functioning. So that's phenomenal. I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
So Hari, back to, what are the most adopted tools and technology enablers that you're seeing today?
Right. Yeah. So the moment the moment we are speaking about remote work, hybrid work, but we are also leaving a challenge here. The challenge is the collaboration, right? Because you are distributed. If you do not solve this challenge, so it will lead to a negative efficiency, right? So in that sense, if you want to achieve this kind of environment, the important aspect is you need to smoothen and simplify this collaboration and make as efficient as possible. So collaboration has become much more important than before, right? In this kind of hybrid work environment. So if you look at the platforms and the tools, the BPM, as a technology, the one of the fundamental, the problem that it solves is collaboration, right? Through its orchestration engine, through its process, and through tools that it provides through this ecosystem, the fundamental challenge that it solves is the collaboration, right? So along with the BPM, what we also seen is because you need because you are working from remotely, you need access from anywhere, where cloud can empower, provide such capability, access from anywhere, and you may need certain simplified interfaces like mobile interface so that so it can simplify the work that the users are doing. So BPM, complementing with cloud and mobile interfaces can improve and to nail down these bottlenecks that that we might interface with this hybrid work environment.
No, that makes sense, Hari. In my recent experience, I've run across, the term low-code platform. So I would like you to answer, why is it important to incorporate a low-code platform in one's digital transformation strategy?
Right, Nelson. So the from the low-code standpoint, the one of the important challenge that it solves, so because you need to rapidly deliver the apps to the business, and so if you want to deliver the apps to the business, you should be able to cut down your the software development life cycle that you see, the different stages. If you can cut down that, it will speed up your delivery, right? So in that sense, low code platforms, so able to solve you can cut down some of the stages, like because it comes up with a lot of out of the box functionality and ready to use components. So it will cut down some of the development time, and of course, because they are already well tested, it will cut down also your the testing effort, right? So by reducing some of these software development life cycle, these low code platforms brings the meets the business needs. So that's how even Bonita digital platform being a low code platform, we were able to deliver the apps faster during that COVID outbreak time to the pharma company.
Very good. No, I appreciate that, Hari. So I'm going to ask you both a couple of questions here, and just bear with me. So I'm going to start with Sunny. Your recommendation to IT decision makers to be ready for the next unexpected shift.
I think the tools are very important. You need the right tools to help them. I mean, and them referring to your business colleagues. You need to really collaborate with them, delivering IT applications with the business value. So having the right tool to gain back the governance, to know what's going on within our system, to get in control with the data risk management is very important. And then right tool as well, help them refers to your team, because you really need this kind of tool, as and Harry mentioned earlier, low code or other type of tools can enable your different teams from different background, from IT or business, can really collaborate together. And I think that's very important.
How about you, Hari?
Yeah, so I echo what Sunny said. Adding to that, definitely, I believe the businesses have already started, shifting or adapting to the change that is being happening. In that sense, from our experience, we see that the businesses need to reprioritize in terms of the tools and applications that they have planned. So basically to empower their employees or their customers, to improve the hybrid work environments and collaborations, such that they can bring the operational efficiency together, even though that we are disconnected or working remotely, right?
Yeah, by adding that, I would say will goes to deliver a better customer experience as well. So eventually everyone be happy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, so the kind of my favorite part of the whole episode here, I'm going to ask you both some really fast questions. Whatever comes to your mind first is what I want to hear. So let's see what happens. So I'll start with you, Sunny. What is your favorite comfort food?
Cheese.
Very good. Hari, how about you?
Hot pot. Japanese.
Perfect.
Yeah, some say it is Chinese or Japanese. There is still confusion, but
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Sunny, digital readers or paper books for your leisure reading?
Digital.
Digital. Hari.
Yeah, I watch a lot of digital contents. Yeah, stopped reading. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right, Sunny, where would be your next getaway?
I would love to say Panama Beach, but then with this pandemic, I would say, okay, south of France.
Very nice. How about you, Hari?
Yeah, I would love to be, visit Thailand once things are back to normal.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, I really appreciate your time today, guys. So as enterprises and the global workforce have gotten acclimatized to the combined way of work, business process automation, analytics, and cloud-based solutions continue to power the world of work. I'm glad to hear a great many insights from our speakers, and I'm sure all these perspectives will help IT decision makers plan for their BPM journeys better. Sunny, thank you for sharing your insights on Bonitasoft technology for the future of work.
Thank you, Nelson.
And Hari, it has been a fantastic conversation. Thank you for being our guest today.